The kingdom of Astravia glittered with wealth and tradition, its palace a fortress of gold and marble. Yet within its walls lived a prince whose heart was restless. Prince Adrian had everything a man could desire: fine clothes, servants at his command, and the promise of a crown. But the weight of expectation pressed heavy on his soul. To his father, King Alden, he was not a son but a successor. To the court, he was not a man but a symbol. Adrian longed to know who he was beyond the throne. One night, under the cover of darkness, he cast off his royal garments and donned the clothes of a traveller. With only a small satchel, he slipped beyond the palace gates and into the unknown. Days later, weary from the road, he stumbled into a quiet village nestled by rolling fields. Its red earth paths bustled with farmers, traders and children laughing barefoot in the dust. Here, life was simple, yet vibrant with the hum of community. And here, Adrian, now calling himself merely a wanderer, met Elara. She was the daughter of a baker, her hands dusted with flour, her laughter carrying like music. She spoke with honesty that cut through pretense. Her eyes bright with warmth, yet steady with strength. She welcomed the stranger with kindness, offering him bread without question. Adrian, unused to such simple generosity, felt something stir in his chest. He stayed in the village, at first to rest, but then because he could not bear to leave. He worked alongside Elara in the bakery, carrying sacks of grain, stoking the fire, kneading dough until his arms ached. He learned to laugh at mistakes, to share meals at a common table, to listen to stories told beneath the stars. For the first time, Adrian was not a prince, he was simply a man. And in that freedom, love quietly bloomed. Elara, though cautious at first, grew fond of the mysterious stranger. He was clumsy at the oven, yet gentle with children. He spoke with an elegance that betrayed hidden depth, but his humility softened it. She found herself smiling at his presence, waiting for his voice, feeling her heart betray her every time he brushed flour from her cheek. Yet beneath the joy lay secrets. Adrian knew he could not hide forever, and Elara sensed there was more to him than he claimed. Still, they clung to the fragile happiness they had found, as though it could last forever. But forever is rarely kind to secrets. The winter festival came, and the village filled with light and music. Stalls brimmed with roasted nuts, calabashes of wine, woven cloths, and handmade charms. Lanterns swayed like stars above the square, and children danced in circles as drums thundered. Adrian stood at the edge of the crowd, watching Elara laugh as she handed bread to eager children. His heart swelled with love and dread, for he knew the search for him was tightening. He had heard whispers of royal guards in nearby towns. The joy of the festival shattered when hooves thundered into the square. Soldiers clad in shining armor rode at the head of Captain Reese, the king's most loyal commander. "We seek Prince Adrian, heir to the throne of Astravia." The square froze. Whispers spread like fire. "Prince? The baker's helper?" "By order of King Alden," Reese boomed. Adrian's heart pounded. At last, the secret could no longer be kept. Slowly, with trembling hands, he pulled back his hood. The firelight caught his noble features, the unmistakable mark of royalty. Gasps filled the air. Elara's face turned pale, her eyes filled with betrayal and pain. "You," she whispered, her voice breaking. "You lied to me." Adrian's chest ached as though pierced by a blade. "Elara, I never meant to deceive you. I only wanted to live as myself, not as a crown. But my love for you, that was always true." Her tears glistened. "Real love begins with truth, Adrian. You gave me everything but that." Before he could say more, the guards seized him. Captain Reese's grip was unyielding. "Your Highness, the king awaits." As Adrian was dragged away, he called out, his voice breaking across the square. "Elara, remember my words, I love you. Always." But Elara stood frozen, her heart in shards. Back in the palace, Adrian was brought before his father. The hall glittered with power, yet he felt only emptiness. King Alden's face was stern. "You vanished, dishonored your duty, and now you speak of love for a peasant girl. You will marry Princess Selene of Arcavia as planned, or you will forfeit your claim to the throne." Adrian lifted his chin, defiance blazing in his eyes. "Then take the throne from me. I will not trade my heart for power. I love Elara, and no crown can outweigh that truth." The court gasped. Queen Helena, his mother, whispered tearfully, "My son speaks with the passion of truth, my lord. Can love not strengthen a king as much as alliances? But King Alden's pride was immovable. Adrian was confined to his chambers, forbidden to leave until he bent to his father's will. In the village, Elara lived in quiet torment. She baked, she worked, but her heart was hollow. She wanted to hate him for lying. Yet each night, she heard his voice in the wind. I love you. One evening, a palace boy came to her with a secret message. The prince is imprisoned, but he speaks only of you. He says he will give up everything if you still love him. Elara clutched the strip of cloth he gave her, torn from Adrian's cloak. Her tears fell freely. Oh, Adrian, why did you have to be a prince? Yet beneath her fear, love endured. She knew she could not abandon him. 2 days later, she entered the palace gates, her plain dress stark against the splendor. Whispers followed her as she was led into Adrian's chamber. When he saw her, his heart broke and healed all at once. Elara. She faced him, her eyes fierce. You deceived me. You made me believe in a lie. And yet, her voice trembled. My heart will not let you go. If I stand with you, will you stand with me, even against your father? Adrian took her hands, his voice steady. Until my last breath, you are my truth. Elara. With or without a crown. Her tears fell as she whispered, then we stand together. Summoned before the king, Adrian and Elara faced the great hall. Nobles murmured in disdain, but the prince's voice rang clear. I will not marry for politics. I will not betray my heart. If the price of love is the throne, then let the throne go. The king's fury shook the hall, but Elara stepped forward. I did not come to take a crown. Your Majesty, I came because I love your son. If my presence dishonors you, I will go. But know this, I never asked for his kingdom, only for his heart. The queen rose, her voice firm yet gentle. My lord, can you not see? Kiss is not weakness but strength. A king who rules with love will rule with loyalty. Let them prove their bond, not through birthright, but through unity. The hall held its breath. Finally, the king struck his staff. Very well. If you would choose this path, then you shall prove it. Adrian, your crown will not be given but earned. And you, Elara, you will be tested every day. Do not falter. Adrian bowed, his voice unwavering. We will not falter. And so began their greatest journey. In time, the people saw. They saw how Adrian walked among them, listening to their needs, not from a throne but from their fields. They saw how Elara, though a queen, still baked bread with her own hands, still knelt to comfort crying children, still listened with humility. The kingdom, once divided by class, found unity in their love. When stories were told of King Adrian and Queen Elara, people did not first speak of battles or treaties. They spoke of the day a prince disguised himself as a poor man and found love in the most unexpected place. They spoke of a queen who never forgot the warmth of a village fire or the laughter of barefoot children. And they spoke of a crown not of gold, but of love that changed a kingdom forever.